Start speaking now.
Hey Ben, I completely understand why social gatherings make you feel nervous, especially if you're naturally shy. A lot of people feel uncomfortable in large groups or around strangers, so you're definitely not alone. However, I think avoiding social situations all the time might actually make your anxiety worse over time and stop you from building new friendships and connections. Instead of forcing yourself into huge parties or crowded events, I would suggest starting small. For example, you could attend smaller gatherings with close friends or people you already feel comfortable around. You can also set simple goals for yourself, like starting one short conversation or introducing yourself to someone new. Another thing that might help is preparing a few topics in advance so you don't feel pressured during conversations. Most importantly, try not to overthink what other people think about you, because honestly, most people are focused on themselves. Confidence takes time to build, but if you keep putting yourself in social situations little by little, I'm sure you'll eventually feel much more relaxed and confident.
Start speaking now.
A time when I had to follow strict rules was during my first job at a corporate office. The company had very clear policies regarding punctuality, dress code, and communication with clients. At first, I felt slightly restricted because I was used to a more relaxed academic environment. For example, even minor delays or informal emails were not tolerated, and every task had to follow a specific procedure. Adjusting to this structured system was challenging in the beginning. However, over time, I began to appreciate the purpose behind those rules. They ensured professionalism, consistency, and efficiency in the workplace. As I adapted, I became more disciplined and detail-oriented. Ultimately, following these strict guidelines helped me grow professionally and develop a stronger sense of responsibility.
Start speaking now.
In this picture, it looks like a family is having a really fun game night together in their living room. The grandfather is sitting on the couch and holding a game controller while playing a racing video game on the television. He looks extremely focused, almost like he is trying his best to win the race. Beside him, one grandson is pointing at the controller, probably explaining which button to press, while the other grandson is watching closely and enjoying the moment. On the left side, the TV is showing colorful racing cars speeding down a track. There is also a bowl of popcorn and some snacks on the coffee table, which makes the scene feel very cozy and relaxing. Behind the couch, the parents are standing together and laughing, maybe because the grandfather is still learning how to play video games. I can also see the family dog sitting near the couch with a ball in its mouth, so it probably wants someone to play fetch with it. Overall, the entire scene feels warm, cheerful, and full of family bonding.
Start speaking now.
In this picture, I think several things will most probably happen next. First, the grandfather will probably continue playing the racing game, while his grandsons keep giving him instructions and cheering for him. He looks very focused, so he might improve and start playing better after some practice. The parents standing behind the couch will likely keep laughing and enjoying the moment because it looks like a fun family game night. After the game finishes, the family will probably eat the popcorn and snacks on the table and maybe take turns playing the game. The dog sitting on the floor with a ball in its mouth will probably bring the ball to one of the boys because it wants someone to play fetch. Later in the evening, the family might watch a movie together or play another game. Overall, they will most likely continue spending enjoyable time together as a family.
Start speaking now.
Hey, Chris. I understand why you prefer a fixed daily schedule because it can improve discipline and productivity. But I really believe a flexible schedule is a much better option overall. First of all, a flexible schedule allows for a much better work-life balance. You can manage your personal responsibilities and work more comfortably, which reduces stress and makes life more enjoyable. Secondly, a flexible schedule gives you greater autonomy and control over your time. You can work during your most productive hours instead of forcing yourself to follow a strict routine that may not suit your energy levels. This can actually reduce burnout and improve the quality of your work in the long run. Also, flexibility helps you adapt to unexpected situations, which is very important in today's fast-changing world. Overall, a flexible schedule gives you more balance, freedom, and long-term productivity.
Start speaking now.
Hi, Dave. I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind. I really value our friendship and the time we spend together, but I've noticed that sometimes our plans get canceled at the last minute. I completely understand that unexpected things can come up, and I'm not upset about a single time, but it has happened several times recently, and I wanted to be honest about how I feel. When plans are canceled at the last minute, I sometimes feel a bit disappointed and unimportant because I usually organize my schedule around our plans. I hope you understand that I'm not trying to blame you, but I just wanted to share how I feel. In the future, I would really appreciate it if you could let me know earlier if something comes up. I really want us to continue having a strong and respectful friendship.
Start speaking now.
In my opinion, public transportation should be free for everyone because it would benefit both individuals and society as a whole. First of all, free public transportation would help people save a significant amount of money, especially students, senior citizens, and low-income families who rely on buses and trains every day. Transportation costs can be quite expensive over time, so making it free would reduce financial pressure and improve people's quality of life. Another important reason is that free public transportation would encourage more people to use buses and trains instead of driving their own cars. This would help reduce traffic congestion in busy cities and also lower air pollution, which is better for the environment and public health. Fewer cars on the road would also mean fewer accidents and less stress for commuters. However, the government would need to make sure the system is well funded and properly maintained, because free services still require money to operate. Overall, I believe free public transportation would create a more equal, efficient, and environmentally friendly society.
Start speaking now.
Hey Dave, you would not believe the unusual house I visited recently in the middle of the desert. It is called an Earthship home, and almost the entire building is made from recycled materials like old tires and plastic bottles. At first, I honestly thought it looked strange, but the more I explored it, the more impressive it became. The house uses solar panels and even a small wind turbine to produce electricity, so the owners barely rely on traditional power sources. What surprised me the most was that there were plants and small trees growing inside the house, like an indoor garden. They also collect and recycle rainwater, which is extremely useful in such a dry environment. Outside, I noticed people gardening and relaxing near a small pond, so the place felt very peaceful and self-sufficient. Even though the house is located in the desert, it still looked comfortable and modern. Visiting this eco-friendly home made me realize how creative and sustainable future housing could become if more people started using recycled materials and renewable energy.